What if I told you an entire family was killed while they're sleeping?
and no one heard a thing.
One of the most horrifying crimes in modern history took place on a quiet night when a father, a mother, two sons, and two daughters were brutally murdered in their own bedrooms. 6 people were killed in cold blood while they slept. The brutality and mystery of the crime shocked not only America, but the entire world, and to this day, it remains surrounded by answered question. The story beginning in the quiet town of Amityville, on the outskirts of New York, a peaceful place known for its calm atmosphere. But on the night of November 13, 1974, that calm turned into a nightmare. That evening, a young man in his early 20s walked into a locked bar, visibly shaken and terrified. He began shouting that someone had killed his parents inside their home. Murdered were rare at the time, so people were sent. Some followed him back to the house to see what had happened. At first glance, everything inside the house looked normal. There were no signs of forced entry, no blood, no cows, but upstairs the truth was devastating. In one bedroom, the parents were found dead of their bed, lying face down, as if they had been executed in their sleep. In another room, the two sons were found in the same position, and in a third bedroom, the bodies of the two daughters was discovered. Police arrived quickly and launched an investigation. It was soon revealed that 35 caliber rifle had been used and that all 6 victims were killed while sleeping. The parent has been shot twice,
One in the chest and one in
to
the
head,
head.
while the children were killed with a single shot to the head. Strangely, every victim was found lying face down. The first person questioned was the eldest son, Ronald. He claimed that he had left for work early that morning, spent the day elsewhere, and later tried calling his family several times with no answer. Weird. He returned home in the evening and discovered the bodies. At first, Ronald suggested that the murder might have been an act of revenge by organized crime figures he had previously dealt with. But the investigation process suspense began to shift toward him. Neighbors and relatives described a troubled relationship between Ronald and his father, marked by frequent arguments and violence. Police also discovered that Ronald struggled with a drug addiction and had access to firearms inside the house. Investigators found a weapon that matched the murder rifle. Under mounting evidence and contradiction in his statement, Ronald eventually confessed. He claimed that he heard a voice commanding him to kill, saying he had lost control and that everything happened very quickly. According to his confession, he shot his father first, then his mother, followed by his brother and sisters.
One by one.
Despite the confession, disturbing question remained: how did none of the victims wake up? How did one person manage to move between rooms and kill 6 people with a loud, inspired rifle? And was he truly alone? During the trial, the defense attempted to argue insanity, claimed Ronald was mentally unstable at the time of the crime. However, the court rejected this argument. Ronald was found guilty and sentenced to 150 years in prison, 25 years of each murder. Even after the verdict, many people remained unconvinced by his version of events. Over the years, Ronald changed his story multiple times. At one point, claimed that his sister had helped him carry out the murder, adding even more mystery to an already disturbing case. A year later, another family moved into the house, but they left after only 28 days, reporting strange noises and terrifying experience. That claims inspired book and horror film, turning the house into one of the most infamous and feared locations in the world. To this day, the case remained an open mystery. Was in the act or deeply disturbed mind Was there more than one killer? Or is there something darker behind that wall of the house?